Alright, let's try that again. It looks like it's going to be a night of bad luck tonight. Looks like the arena and stuff is unstable, so we'll see about having to deal with this, and it's just gonna be bad luck. I don't know. Well, should we? I'm gonna try again to play a little bit more, and then if it doesn't behave, we might not do a stream tonight. It's probably because of the this tournament that's going on, and it's probably affecting the game. Maybe, I'm not sure, but we'll try. We'll keep playing a little bit. We'll give it a shot. It seems to be back. Let me just get back to my control panel over here. So how does it look like for all of you? It's different for me, of course, because of the I'm streaming and you're watching. But for me, I got the big ol' on screen. It said reconnecting to the server. Then my software said something else. But anyway, where I left off was I had just mentioned this Luminarch Aspirant. That coming in clear. Okay, that's good. Luminarch Aspirant gives itself or another creature a +1 every single turn. That one gets out of control fast. Sun Gold Sentinel, 2 mana, 3/2. Whenever this enters or attacks, exile up to one target card from a graveyard. So not really great, but if you Coven, choose a color. Sun Gold Sentinel gains hexproof until end of turn. Okay, so you need to have 3 creatures. Coven is active. Then you pay 2 to give this hexproof from a color to protect itself. So we'll see. Elite Spellbinder. This is actually a card modeled after the last world champion. And if you look over here, that guy right there, Paulo Vitor Dama de Rosa, he's from Brazil. He won the Championship 26, and is it okay or is it not okay? Dodged a bullet. Okay, looks like we're okay, maybe? Tell me if all of you are seeing things all right. But anyway, the tournament winner from last year, PVDR, he won the tournament. Okay, good. He won the tournament, and he won being added to a magic card. Oh, that's funny. If I opened and closed it, it rearranged them. And that's his card right there. So if you zoom in, which you really can't, but he's the winner from last year's tournament. They made a magic card with his art. 3 mana, 3/1. It's got flying. When this enters, look at target opponent's hand. You may exile a non-land card from it. For as long as that card remains exiled, its owner may play it. A spell cast this way costs 2 more. So in white, it's a reveal the opponent's hand effect, and it's a creature, 3/1, and it's a flyer, and it taxes their card for 2 mana. So Wizards is starting to design some of these abilities in white. So there's 4 of them in the deck here. While the Skyclaves, that one's cool, 3 mana. Auto equip it to your creature, give it +2/+2. And first strike. Raidan, God of the Worthy, she's either a creature or an artifact. If she's an artifact, she reduces damage to your creatures by 1. And also, it gives a ward of 1. It protects all your creatures by having to pay an extra 1 mana to target. If she's a creature, She's a 2/3 flying vigilance. Snow lands the opponents enter come in tapped. That won't be any issue. Non-creature spells your opponents cast cost with a mana value of 4 or greater cost 2 more. So it makes their big spells cost even more. And then 3 of these. Adeline, Resplendent Cathar, 3 mana, X4, Vigilance. Power is equal to the number of creatures. At the very least, she's a 1/4. When there's more creatures, she becomes bigger. When she attacks, for each opponent, create a 1/1. So then she becomes a 2/4 and even larger. 19 Snow-Covered Plains. 1 Cave of the Frost Dragon, which comes to life to become a 3/4 Flying Dragon. And then Faceless Haven, which comes to life to become a 4/3 Vigilance land. So let's see. I want to take a screenshot of that just to compare. Let's see if this mono white deck is the same as the other players' mono white deck. Oops. This is Rei Sato's deck and Yoshihiko Ikawa. What about them? They also have Portable Hole, also the Familiar, also the Fallen, also the Absence, also the Adversary. Yeah, it's the exact same deck. That's funny. When I play, so I'll play Rei Sato's because his name is easier to say. And then we might check other people's decks, but let's see what we can do here. If we get 1 win, we get 1,000 experience. 2 wins, 1,000 experience. Oh, once again, like, is this kicking a horse when it's down? Like, do I need to once again? Wizards could have very easily have made this as 2,000 experience, and it costs them nothing to add. You know, if you win 1 win, 1,000 experience. If you win 2 wins, 2,000 experience. But no, they're both 1,000. It's not even a physical thing. If you win your 3rd time, you get a sleeve, which I already have that sleeve from the previous year's tournament. But anyway, let's play. And we'll select Sato-san's deck. We'll play some mono white aggro, tournament level mono white aggro. I think I've played against this deck a couple of times. I don't quite remember the Stonebinder's Familiar or the Portable Hole, but I definitely remember playing against that Luminarch Aspirant that makes the creatures bigger and bigger, that Elite Spellbinder that flies in and reveals their hand, the Faceless Haven. I see people play that all the time. Okay, here we go. Turn 1, if they have a creature, we can exile it. Turn 2, we've got the Aspirant that'll just get bigger and bigger. Turn 3, auto-equip it with this +2/+2. Or turn 3, bring out the Raidan. Probably I'll bring her out as the shield, because there's more than one in the deck. But we've got a plan here, and then we've got Faithful Absence to exile just about anything. Let's see what the opponent's on. We're playing Izzet. Okay. I don't remember. I don't know if Izzet has the like direct damage, because then the Aspirant is gone. But I'm gonna pass with everything. Okay. Well. Guess we'll hold off. I want to play stuff, but let's hold off. They're gonna torch it. Fine. Fine, I guess. Bring out one of those. So then they have everyone's portraits right here as well, so that's cool. Oh, we want to go aggro, so let's go aggro. So that's a 4/6 first strike. Cathar, that when I attack next turn, she'll make another attacker, and then the Izzet player's just spinning their wheels trying to pull something. What is that? Is that an unsummon? Yep. Oh, yeah, that's an unsummon. Yeah, so they're just gonna unsummon my Adeline. So that'll hold me back. They have still one blue. Guess I'll just resummon Adeline, or I can attack with my Haven. Let's do that. Again, this is an aggro deck, so I'll have 5 more damage there. I might not even need to resummon another creature. I've already got a living land there. I'm going to pass with all that mana. Fine. Let's have them burn some of their mana. Or counterspell by using it on this Spellbinder, and if they don't counter it, then I get to see what's in their hand, and then that'll give us some information. They'll probably counterspell it, but that'll be one less counterspell to deal with. Nope, they're gonna make treasure. Fine. Let me see what's in that hand. Oops, never mind. Yeah, they're still gonna have 3 mana in hand. So they've got direct damage, they've got another unsummon, they've got a sorcery to deal 5 damage to a creature or make 3 devils. They have a, whenever you cast your next instant, copy it. I guess I'll remove this one. Portable Hole won't have any use at the moment. Alright, so they have the Shatter Skull, deals X damage. Fading Hope, unsummon with Scry. Galvanic Iteration, it lets you copy your spells, and then they just have a bunch of land. And they have to pay 7 mana to make those devils. They have 7 mana, but that'll tie them up a lot. They torch both, that's fine. They have the blue mana to, if I make my Faceless Haven come to life, they'll bounce it back to my hand. Let's just summon something that they know I already have, just to stall a bit until they get rid of the stuff that I know they've got in their hand. You hate that Shatter Skull. Not when you're using it, right? So they'll just bounce it back, which is fine. They'll scry. Didn't like that. 2 unknown cards in hand. We have enough for those goblins or whatever. I'm losing mana. So let's... I'm missing mana. Okay, so let's try to re-summon the same card that they know I already have. Then a new card over here. Okay. A little bit of damage there. What else? You're going to spend 7 mana to make 3 devils? Nope. So they're going to just torch the battlefield. 5 damage to each creature. Okay, fine. Still missing mana. They have 3 mana left with those treasures. Let's go for it here to try just keep aggroing them. There we go. Yep. Yep. Field of Ruin. Ooh, that's a good one. Alright, so they're just going to Field of Ruin when I make it come to life. So, let's bring out another Adeline. Alright, let's bring out this Sentinel. Field of Ruin hitting my Faceless, that's fine. That'll let me get an untapped land. That untapped land for Portable Hole, I guess. Yep. When this enters exile up to one target from a graveyard. They don't have anything to flashback, do they? Nothing to flashback. Nothing to flashback. Doesn't even matter what I try to... I guess the smashing. Yeah, they have different names. I think the more common name is Manlands, but I just think that sounds so awkward. I like Living Lands for the alliteration, plus also the classic Living Lands, like Greenspell or something. No, don't shatter my mall. You love Living Lands. They're so good now because you need, and then the opponent's like, never mind. There we go. So there's our first victory. So we're like tournament level right here, right? I could enter the World Championship 27 and do this. So that's one victory, 1,000 experience with mono white aggro. Yeah, but it doesn't alliterate Living Lands. That sounds so much better. And then it's just so awkward. Manlands, Living Lands. That's a way better name. But I'm not imagining, right? There was an old vintage card called Living Lands. Let's go over to the browser and confirm. I feel it's like a green... I feel like it's a green enchantment. Yeah, enchantment. All forests are +1 creatures that are still lands. Yeah, that's it. But the one I'm thinking of is this old one with this weird moss creature from back in the day. Yeah, we'll go right here. That's the one I was remembering. Now that I look at it, is it that the land is coming to life, or is that some poor chap was covered by the lands? All forests. Let's see what the original phrasing for this one. And Living Lands hasn't been printed in a long time, since 6th edition. They should reprint those. They should reprint Cormus Bell and Living Lands. Now here's the very first wording. Treat all forests in play as 1/1 creatures. Now they can be enchanted, killed, and so forth. And they can be tapped either for mana or to attack. The Living Lands have no color. They are not considered green cards. And nowadays, all forests are 1/1 creatures that are still lands. Oops. The stream crashed. Sorry about that. The stream crashed and then it reset the web browser. This is what I was looking at right here. This is what I was looking at. So the vintage Living Lands. It was all the way back to alpha, and then I've got a 4th edition one, and then the last time they printed it was in 6th edition with this art here, John Matson. In 5th edition, all forests are 1/1 creatures. These creatures still count as lands. And then by 6th edition, it just, all forests are 1/1 creatures that are still lands. And then in 4th edition, it has to mention Summon Sickness. All forests become 1/1 creatures. The forests still count as lands, but cannot be tapped for mana. the turn they come into play. But that isn't mentioned on future printings. 4th edition international version, $14. He didn't bathe. Alright, let's get back to the mono white aggro. Let's get those prizes. So living lands plus Cormus Bell. And then some oh, it's gonna be mono white versus mono white. No, it's not. Never mind. No, Ryuki doesn't have mono white. All right, portable hole, exile, whatever, adversary. Okay, that's the one that's a 3/1. Do it multiple times. Fine. Let's try to aggro here. $14. Yeah, fine. Well, it's $14 if it's the foreign 4th edition foreign black border. So like the Spanish version of it. Fading Hope. Fine. Kept that on top. Here's another Is It player, I guess. Oh, no, Azorius. They have their own intrepid adversary. Amazing. Portable hole will get it right. Mana value of 2 or less. Yep. Alright, so let us portable hole them. And then my own 3/1. Yeah, it's the white borders. The white borders, 4th edition white borders are 26 cents US. Raydan. Very nice. More like Raydarn. Alright, so what is this deck? Azorius. Oops, so they've had their Spellbinder. They're gonna see all my Spellbinders. Well, even if they exile my Fateful Absence, I can still cast it, no problem. I need to hold on to that Fateful Absence. That's hilarious. Ooh, okay. Luminarch. Let's get this Luminarch out here and then make a big ol' 4/2. Gain a bunch of life. And then if they rely on their living land, I have the Fateful Absence. That's a big one. Alright, Faceless Haven. Ooh, do not want that aspirant. Well, they're going to be able to cast it. It's not even that expensive. Legion Angel lets you go to your sideboard and get other copies of itself, so up to 4. So they have sort of a guaranteed 4/3 that you can keep resummoning, 4/3 in the air. Aspirant will make that a 5/4. Can't deal with that just yet. If they bring out that flyer, that'll tie up their mana pretty well. That becomes a 3/4 flyer. Okay, they're gonna do it. Okay, they kept all their mana open. A 3/4 flyer. They have enough mana to awaken it, right? Nope, not yet. If I have double aspirants out, that'll be fun. Yeah, let's try to do double aspirants. Because then this flyer will get really big. I have a couple of clue tokens you can crack. This is going to be the Fading Hope or something. They get a flyer. What is going on here? What did they do? When this enters, you may pay whatever, put that many +1 counters, then up to that many others get phase out. Fine. Yeah. If you block all of this and if I lose one aspirant, that's perfectly fine. Then I get to boast and make a 1/1. No blocks. Okay. Getting close. There's a 3/1 and they'll pay for it twice. Oh, pay for it twice. Fine. That's the magical Christmas land giving everything pluses. And I really needed some removal there. To take out that 6/4, which is going to give them lifelink. But I need to get rid of that aspirant as well. That's that Fateful Absence. I need a Fateful Absence. Alright, so I'll attack with a 6/4, gain 6 life, they'll kill that, fine. That's actually going to attack with a 7/5. Crack a clue. I have to double or triple block that, that's fine. Gain 6 life off of that. Okay, so play a land, bring it to life, go aggro, attack. Just put pressure. If they block with their own aspirant right there, that's fine. The best play here with them would be aspirant versus aspirant, yes, exactly like that, so that they don't get that advantage. We each don't get advantages, but they're down to that much. And I can crack a clue in a moment. Even if they bring out that big old flyer, that's 4 mana. Bring out a 4/3 dragon, who cares? They'll tap out. They need to be defensive at this point. Fine. Fine, go get another one. You have a clue to crack. Counter sacrifice a non-creature. Fine, that won't do anything, it just brings a 2/1 body. Crack this clue for something good. Come on, give me my other Fateful Absence. Give me my other Fateful Absence. Not a Fateful Absence, which is fine, but Spellbinder's familiar. Whenever one or more cards are put into exile during your turn, put a +1. I don't have anything to put into exile. Sun Gold Sentinel is Sun Gold Sentinel going to trigger? Yeah, Sun Gold Sentinel will trigger Coven, and all that's gonna do is it's gonna make a hex-proof creature, but it's not flying. Nah, we have to keep doing more pressure, so wake up that land, go all in, block my land with their flyer. Okay, I can live with that. So they got a flashback creature, and they have that flyer, 4/3 flyer. So far they've cast 1, 2 of them. They have 1 in hand, 1 more from the sideboard. Actually, I guess there's only 3 in total. Or maybe there's 2 in the deck and then 2 in the sideboard. That's interesting. That must be it, because it's a best of 1. And they get a 2/2. And you have a land play. They were trying to psych me out, but they have a land play. And they passed. Non-creature spells you control cannot be countered. If this would die... Okay, whatever. So it's a 2/2 flyer. Got a portable hole to get rid of that Geist. Let's just get rid of one of their things. When did they get down to 1 life? I guess I got them down to 1 life, which is fine. Okay, let's just keep putting pressure on them, because we have 1,000,000 life. And here they obviously have to block that. We'll trade. They have 2 cards in hand. I still have 1 Faceless Haven. Passing. Okay. They can just wake up their own living land, and that won't be an amazing trade. So let's bring out a flyer. And then a dog. Fine. So that was a counter spell, but they countered a thing that was less important. Actually, that living land becomes a flyer, so they'll pass with it, and they'll have a blocker. Yeah. Fine, let's take a look what else is in your hand. Force a counterspell here. Fading Hope, fine. That was an unsummon with Scry. Hopefully they get so despaired about what's coming that they concede, because they got 1 life. But then the Spellbinder will let me see what's in their hand. That's yet another flyer. They bottomed it. What's in your hand? Concentrated Defense. Counter target non-creature spell. Well, whatever. We'll exile that. Okay, so living land, 2 attackers and 1 blocker. Is this game over? Two attackers plus 1 blocker plus 1 hidden card in hand. Yeah, what are you doing? You're gonna... Oh no, you have two. Never mind, you have two blockers. You have two of those living lands. No, you don't have enough to wake them both up. You need 5 mana to wake up one. Yeah, it's a World Championship deck. Don't tell me they have like a disenchant and then they'll get back their thing if they destroy the portable hole. Alright, so they should only have enough to wake up one land, right? 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they cannot wake up both lands. So we'll go for it. It's an aggro deck after all. They'll probably wake up a land. Oh, okay, they have one of those. They're gonna phase out one of my creatures. Well, it's just prolonging the inevitable, I guess. That's not what you want. You tapped that wrong. They tapped it wrong. Oh, never mind, because they're gonna phase out both. Fine. I'm still at 22 life. I thought they were gonna phase out one of my creatures and then wake up their living land and then kill one of my creatures. Fine. You're gonna phase out both of my creatures for one. Actually, you're also gonna phase out the hole. No, if you phase out the portable hole, that's not gonna give you back your thing. I know they wanted to do it to give themselves +3. Fine. Fine. You've got a 5/4. Got a million life. Bring out another creature. What do we exile from their graveyard? Doesn't even matter. Is there any... Yeah, wait. No, they don't have any flashback spells from the graveyard. But that Luminarch is a bad one. Alright, so what did they top deck? What did they top deck? A land. Okay. So they have 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. They can only wake up one of their living lands. I have 3 attackers. They have 2 blockers. I've got 3 attackers. This is still game over, right? If I summon Raydan as a... No, that's not going to work. I need to just go for it. So I've got 3 attack. Actually, that's still faded out. That's not phased out anymore, is it? Anyway, it doesn't even matter because I've got 2 attackers. They've got 2 blockers. Yeah, this is a bug. This is a bug. It looks like it's faded out. It looks like it's phased out, but it's not phased out. See, they're looking at it. They're looking at it because they're like, why are you phased out? Yeah, that's a bug. But anyway, I've got 3 attackers. They've got 2 blockers. So, GG. They have no life link. All right, Blue Arctis. That was a good one. Although we never lost any life at all, right? I don't remember how I gained 2 life. How did I gain 2 life? Anyway, that was a bug because my Spellbinder looked like it got phased out, like it didn't shake off the phasing, but it still let me attack, and it was a visual bug, and I bet they thought, oh, it's still phased out, so I don't have to worry. But 3 attackers, 2 blockers equals victory. Got it. And we'll claim yet another XP. I'll take a little break, and then we'll go for the 3rd reward. I guess if you play with tournament level decks, you might have tournament level results. Okay, let's take a short break, and we'll try for the 3rd win. It's a free event, We'll try for the third win. Even though I already have that sleeve, it looks like it's the same sleeve from last year. There might be some slight difference to it. Let's confirm. So that's World Championship 26 from last year. And then there's that trophy, which looks like the same one as this one. So I don't know if it's going to give both of these. It doesn't seem like it. The reward screen made it seem like you would only get this trophy one. Odd that they also wouldn't have World Championship 27. Anyway, let's take a little break. Be back in a moment. Alright everyone, we are back, so we can get back onto the World Championship Showcase and keep piloting this deck. I might even build it for later use on the ladder. Took a screenshot of it, but I didn't save the screenshot, so let me take another screenshot. It actually has a sideboard, huh? I didn't think it had a sideboard. Interesting. So it is a best of one, but it comes with this. But it comes with the sideboard. Thank you. Anyway, let me take a screenshot of this. And see about crafting it for later. I probably won't have all of the cards that I need for it, but this one is traditional standard. This is standard. Hey there, Rick, how are you doing? Jumping in and out, cool. We are playing the World Championship deck. There's a Magic tournament going on at the moment, and I've been playing this mono white aggro deck. Won 2 out of 4 so far, and I just want to craft this for maybe later play in the on the ladder later. Doing fine so far, thanks for asking. What about yourself? Okay, this one needs 3 of them. I don't have 3 at the moment, so I'll just put them in the deck, but get to it later. This also needs 4 of these in the deck, but I've only got 1. How many of these Luminarchs do I have? 3, they want 4. And then the Sun Gold Sentinel, I have 0 of those. They want 4. Maybe I'll have to make the poor person's version later. Spellbinder, I have 1 of those, they want 4. How many Sky Claves do I have? I've got 3, they want 2. Raydan, I say Raydan, but it's probably Raydane. 3 of these. Adeline. 3 of these. And then 1 Cave of the Frost. Kind of surprising that there's only 1 of them. Not to doubt the pros, but I probably also would have put more of these. Well, they do cost 5 to awaken. That's why there's 4 of these. I have 0 of those. And then the rest is plains. In the sideboard, I didn't take a screenshot of the sideboard. Okay, I'll get back to that a little bit later. Reminded me to do it. Let's get back to the gameplay, and then later I'll finish crafting it. Oh, it popped out already. Okay, now that I caught up with the chat. Let's get back to the final match. Mono white aggro. Andrzej Starski is the opponent. Deck lists are open in the tournaments. Everyone can see what everyone is playing to then properly play. So they're going first. So turn 1 Familiar, turn 2 Aspirant, turn 3 Sentinel. That'll trigger Coven. No removal yet. or Faceless Haven. Turn 1 familiar, and then turn 2 aspirant will make the familiar a 2/2, and then on the next turn make the aspirant a 2/2, and then attacking with 4 power. Now, how do they get to change those basic lands? Foretelling something. Okay, that might be like a that might be a like a demon bolt, which is the newfangled lightning bolt, but from Foretell zone. Passing, okay, that might be a counter spell. What can we afford to lose? Well, if I attack at this point, and maybe they just have another bounce spell or a removal spell, that's fine. Let's try to attack. And got 4 power over here. Okay. Maybe they have a counter spell. If I lose 1 intrepid adversary, I've already got another one, so let's try that. Okay. Weird. For mana, something foretold. It could be a little bit of direct that could be a little bit of damage, or it could be a draw card spell. In red or blue, they're looking at it. Divide by 0, okay, fine. Toss that back, learn. They have 1 blue left. That 1 blue could be probably not a counter spell, but that 1 blue could be something. If I do Intrepid Adversary, I can kick it for 1 and then +1 everything. Yeah, if I lose that. Okay, they didn't have anything. Fine. Still Anthem that. They're down to 7 already. Is there any big old board wipe in red? Probably. There it is. Fine. Let's, we could definitely have another one. Most likely they'll have another one, but we are aggro, so we gotta go for it. Field of Ruin, ready to hit my Faceless Haven. So that Izzet deck has that burn spell. What's it called again? Annoying red card number 702. Burn down the house. 5 damage to each creature. Double environmental sciences. Okay, fine. You get to get 2 lands, I guess. And 2 life. They still have the thing in the Foretell zone, which could be a counter spell or a demon bolt. Fading Hope, fine. When I resummon it, I'll make that Sentinel into a 4/3. Alright, Fateful Absence, that'll be useful. There we go, that flashback card. That flashback hoser did its thing. Does that Izzet deck even have any meaningful creatures? Because it's just kind of control-y. What is that Foretell card? There it is. Oh, Alvin's Epiphany. Okay, people hate this one because you take an extra turn. But there's only one card that they've got in hand. What are they trying to take an extra turn into? Extra turn is nice, and you do 2 damage up in the air with your birds, but what else are you going to do with that? Probably didn't get anything meaningful, that's why they're kind of wasting time here. Make a bunch of treasures, whatever. Treasures plus card draw, that's actually pretty nice. 3 unknown. 3 unknown. Divide by 0, return back to my hand. Fine. Just dirtling around. They'll take another turn. Learn they can... Okay, oh, there we go. There's that. It's a mascot exhibition, which makes 3 creatures for the price of 1. Full tally. That's probably another one of the extra turn spells. So they'll take their turn. Well, they're holding back a blocker. Huh, interesting. You should have just gone for it. Well, no, they need the blocker. Hey there, Gabe. It's going fine. I guess that was already their turn, huh? That was faster than I thought. Okay. Let's just take all of this out here. Go for attacks. Make another attacker. I have Coven, so Sun Gold Sentinel. Sun Gold Sentinel will be able to defend itself versus that red damage spell. I think. Yeah. So 1 block off of that. They probably have another. They probably have another one of those take an extra turn spells in their hand. So they're either going to play it and take a turn. Well, they should just play it and take a turn anyway. Make 2 more birds. Then they'll play that 7 mana. Make 3 creatures. We'll see what happens after that. So that's what they're going to do. Hey there, Cameron, how are you doing? We are playing the... There it is, so take the extra turn, make 2 birds. Fine. Next turn they will make those mascots. Fine. Replay their turn. Okay, so they're going to pay 7 mana to make all of those mascots. Oh, what's this? Look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the amount of mana spent. They didn't really... I guess they spent 4 mana. Where X is the amount of mana, put 2 of them onto your hand and the rest. So just draw cards. Just searching for draw cards. When I attack with my Sun Gold Sentinel, I'll exile that from the graveyard so they cannot recast it. So they should have cast that mascot as exhibition. They had 7 mana for it, and they would have gotten 3 creatures. But here instead they're just going to draw 2 cards, maybe an answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 7 mana. They could play another one of their turn spells. This would be their... They've played 2 turn spells so far. They have enough for... Oh, there we go. Okay, so they went for that. That's fine. Fine. Let's get rid of one of them. Okay, so let's move to combat. If they multi-block Raydan, exile that from their graveyard. Where did it go? There we go. Get rid of that. Make another attacker. Sun Gold Sentinel will... Hopefully they double block that, and then I can give it protection. Nope, they're going to triple block that. Fine. Double block that. Okay, I can live with that because protection from blue is a thing. Hey there, Exo Hitman Ox. This Pokemon music. Let me switch that. It is to sound a little bit weird, doesn't it? Let's skip this track and get a better track. Let's see if this one's better. What do we think about this one? Okay, so this definitely sounds like even more Pokemon music. Purple Town. What's that one scary town called? Alright, so that'll take out 2 birds. Oh, that field is totally wiped. Alright, now, if I summon Adelaide, I make myself susceptible for that board wipe again, and then that'll be pretty bad. I'll wait. I don't know, I feel like they have that board wipe. They have nothing to lose on their side, so we'll just play it a little safe. I'm carving up this event so far, maybe. Now that everyone jumped on board, I've got to perform. So, oh, they're gonna take 2 turns off of that. So, lucky. We have a bunch of birds now. Final land drop. Alright, so what are they gonna do with 2 free extra turns? They're living the dream. Lavender Town, that's what it is. Isn't that the scary, glitchy town that is full of ghosts or something? Alright, second free turn. Copy something else. What are you copying? Probably the mascot exhibition to make... Oh no, just make a bunch of treasures, draw a bunch of cards. Okay, you get 4 cards plus a bunch of treasure. What are you pulling into? Are you going to deck yourself? 31 cards. Not likely. Attack with 2, keep 2 back. Fine. 3 cards in hand. Okay. Well... Didn't draw anything useful. Okay. Okay, there, the Squid of Time. You're up late and decided to stop by. That is the greatest compliment. And people should be enjoying their sleep time and they instead come to the stream, so welcome. Does this sound like does this also sound like Lavender Town music to you? That ghost Pokemon? Let me rewind it and play it again. Go back. Oops, it already passed. I can't go back anymore. What's going on here? Okay, they're recopying again treasures. They're really that deck is really dirtily. They're just trying to search. I guess mascot exhibition is their big way to win. You duplicate that mascot exhibition and you just make a bunch of you try to take a bunch of turns. They've already taken like 6 extra turns, and that hasn't really helped them. Now they're also going to duplicate another spell here. What are you going to duplicate? Probably some burn. Yeah, there it is. Double burn, I guess. It doesn't do anything. Fine. What was the point of that? Ooh, there's my Faceless Haven. Okay, that might win me the game. If they don't pay attention to that, yeah, don't pay attention to my stuff. Don't pay attention to your stuff. It's 1 a.m. for you, 10, 11, 12, 1. You're on the East Coast, right? 1:36 a.m. for you. Okay, you're gonna double cast what? You're gonna double cast a double cast. Okay, fine. Oh, never mind. I'm confusing both of these cards because the art looks exactly the same. Doesn't Galvanic Iteration look exactly the same as Expressive Iteration? That one duplicates your spell, and then that one lets you rummage. Speaking of Halloween, one of the neighbors has a full-sized Michael Myers mannequin up on their balcony, with strobe light on it, and then I drove past it and it looked so good and very scary. Oh, they have a demon bolt. Okay, that's not good. Now, why is it that I can see that? Why can I see that demon bolt? What did they cast? You may play this card this turn. If their turn ends, that goes away, right? Do not want that demon bolt. Yep, they're looking at my faceless... Oops, never mind. That's... okay. Never mind. My poor Faceless Haven. Okay. Even if I get one more Faceless Haven, they have their field... they have one more field. So I've got to pull my other Faceless Havens. Alright, well, that's a turn wasted. They're making their own 7/7 with hexproof. Okay, well, this is turning the tides. The only way to get out of this is when they make their own 7/7, and then I better pull my removal. Well, it's not really removal, but that'll give me a blocker. What do you have in hand? Probably their last Epiphany. Oh, you let me cast it twice. Thank you. But they did get the scry anyway. Ooh, there's a burn down the house. Fine. Bring it back. Crack a clue. They should have cracked that clue. There's no point. There's no reason not to. That was a free card. If they play that burning down the house, they don't have enough mana to awaken their living land. Well, they do. They have a lot of treasures, actually. We can burn down the house to remove my blocker, wake up their 7/7, and then I have one final turn to win. Or a Shatter Skull. Fine, that's their final card in hand. Wake that up. I have one final turn. If I get my removal, and then they attack me with it, I'll remove it. That's not removal. Okay, well, this is still game over because they will burn down the house and then wake up their living land, and then, actually, wait a minute, I can exile from their graveyard there. I can exile from their graveyard there, burn down the house. So now they had two burn down the houses, eh? No, well, they had one and then one in exile, never mind, so they're still gonna do it. They're gonna burn me down, wake up their land, and then I'm dead. So it was close. It was close, everyone. So we weren't aggro enough for the opponent, and the dirtily waste time deck got it done eventually. So aggro versus wasting time, and then wasting time won. Alright, let's try again, because we're so close to getting the sleeves. Already got the other two rewards. Oh, okay, I got a free pack at least, nice. Already won these 2 rewards. We're almost gonna get the sleeve. We get paired with someone. So the opponent ran that deck pretty well. I don't know if they really ran it that well, but they definitely did what the deck needed to do, which is just draw out the game until it was too late. And it looks like a lot of the magic of these. I forgot what I was gonna say, but this seems to be the lone green focused deck. A 2-mana 3/3 on turn 2. Wow, green gets everything. Fine, let's just bring up the board here. I can double block if I need to. Check it out. It's 2 mana, 3/3 with Pack Tactics, which draws you a card. Okay, then it's the Kazandu Mammoth that gets big when you simply drop a land. Okay, that's how we're gonna get that to trigger. Okay, I figured it out now. So, as long as anything gets exiled from the graveyard. Ooh, people love to hate that Ranger class. And they just added a cool new animation to it, huh? Alright. Our Mammoth gets pretty big, pretty fast. It's about to attack as well. So I think they out-aggroed me, but I can gain some life right here with this 4/2. Esika's Chariot will just copy one of those cats. They've been hitting their land drops every single time, so GG. Attacking with everything, plus a cat. Guess it's time to take out that Mammoth that's been annoying. Hopefully no combat tricks. I'll have an empty board. Another Ranger class. Just barely holding on here. Gonna be headed off. All right, thanks for stopping by. And we'll see about trying to win the last sleeve. I mean the last prize. Not sure what else I could have done versus that opponent. They got more aggro than me. I didn't get any of my removal either, which is that one instant spell and the portable hole. So no removal, no good. Here's my removal now. Here's another one of these scary Pokemon soundtracks. That sounds cool. How's everyone doing? How was your week? Or how will your week be? Okay, I guess I'll bring out that Sentinel turn 2, playing another one of the... playing that Is It deck again. Nothing in hand at the moment. Nothing in hand at the moment, so... Pass priority... 3 mana... Alright, I'm gonna Elite Spellbind to see what's in their hand. They're gonna torch that, I guess. Or maybe they're reading it. Not torching it, but bouncing it back. Fine. We'll Spellbind to see what's in their hand. Alright, so it's definitely the deck that they're just trying to waste time until something. Okay, let's get rid of that Burn Down the House for the moment. Next turn, Aspirant. Yeah, that's going to hold them back pretty well for a while. We'll try to aggro them now. That Burn Down the House is going to be very important. But I will Aspirant, unless they top decked an Unsummon, whatever that one's called, Sudden Remorse or whatever it's called. Unsummon. So I'll just play the Maul. That'll be a +2/+2. Well, they can pay 4 for that Windfall, draw 2 cards, make 2 mana. Yeah. So hopefully they don't get anything good to use that 2 mana on. I guess they can do the land. Sciences. That'll tap them out. Yep, so on my turn, Skyclave +2/+2, I'm attacking with 5. We have 3 unknown cards. Double mana there. It's gonna be the Unsummon. Such an annoying dirtily. Oops, I guess not. Okay, passing with nothing. Let's try that. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If they drop one more land, they can burn the house down. There we go. Oh no, that comes in tapped. All right. Have one more turn to attack with that 5/3 before they burn down the house. Keep my stuff in hand. Ooh, double Skyclave Mauls right here for a +4/+4. Okay, that's actually kind of okay because I can just recast it and see their hand again. Although they are building a lot of mana, so if an opponent has more cards in hand than you, draw 2 cards. Draw 3 cards instead if an opponent has at least 4 more cards than you. Yes, just draw cards and waste time. That's what that deck's all about. That little dragon is cool, reminds you of a Pokemon! Well, it's more of a spirit. Get this out of the way. It's a spirit more than a dragon, because it's holding a little lantern and such. Yeah, let's look at their hand again. That's a counter spell, counter target instant. Draw cards, duplicate stuff. Well, it's a pretty dirtily opponent. 7 mana to burn down the house. If I get lucky and they don't get anything meaningful like extra turn spells, you know, wasting time that way. And I can't summon very many things at once because they're all just going to get burned down. Yeah, green has been overpowered for several years now. Community definitely wants them to pull back, but it takes too long for wizards to pivot. And we have that sort of, you know, it started with Nissa, who shakes the world, that one planeswalker, 5-mana planeswalker that you can summon on turn 3, and then makes a whole bunch of ramp for more shenanigans. Okay, so look at the top 3 cards. Do I have enough mana? I can't double Skyblade. Demon Bolt, they're gonna torch my Spellbinder. So I'm kind of getting tired of this opponent. I think it's gonna work out the same sort of way like the other one, where they're just gonna take forever to do anything, and then eventually it's just gonna snowball. So I don't know. I don't think I want to. Nothing. There's no loss to this. Like, yeah, let's just go on. I don't want to waste my time. This isn't like a real tournament for real stakes, so let's just play some other opponent that isn't just going to waste so much time. They're just going to copy, bounce, eventually cast extra turn spells, and I don't want to claw out a victory from the jaws of defeat on that. It's not even worth it. Let's go against someone else. Let's see if it ever matches us up. Actually, both of us, I believe. Let's see if both of us at some point. Okay, so here we have a bunch of aggro stuff we can do. Add your eldest son for the first week of the holiday. It's going to be a good week. You're the son for the second week. That's cool. That's very nice to reconnect with family. Alright, so they're going to attack and boast. Oh, I guess not. Not good. Let's just go super aggro here. Yeah, they're not going to block. They're not going to block my aspirant. Next turn, if I get one more mana, perfectly matching up here. Ah, no addendum, but no removal. Okay, and then no more mana for me. Fine, we're both going to have oh. Well, I guess on a mirror match, you kind of see a pattern. It's kind of whoever gets their thing out first. I had my aspirant out first, giving the +1 first. So we both have first strike, but I'm a 6/6 first strike. They're a 5/4 first strike. And then my Adeline just keeps getting bigger with more creatures. So I guess they thought as well that it would get out of hand easily. Okay, well, we got the final reward, which is at least one sleeve, I think, maybe two. I think just one. Claim. Yeah, just one. That's kind of anticlimactic. Oh, I know why, because when the actual tournament ends, I think they give the other sleeves as well. But I already had that from last year. I already had it from last year. Does it add it in a new slot? No, it doesn't. It doesn't add another one because I already had it from last year. Although I did get this one a day or two ago. Looks really cool. We got a pack. Let's open up this pack and see what is here. Alright, we got No Way Out. It's Mind Rot, plus it creates a creature. Eaten alive. If you sacrifice your own creature, it is a 1-mana sorcery to exile a creature or planeswalker. Or pay 5 if you don't sack. Component Collector, it becomes day. Whenever day becomes night, you may tap or untap, so it's got twiddle when day becomes night, vice versa. Cathar Commander, 2-mana 3/1 with flash. 1 in sacrifice, destroy an artifact or enchantment. Flavor text. Honorable tactics are for honorable foes. These werewolves are preying on innocent dwellers. I'll stab them in the back while they sleep if I have to. I was gonna say this is a brutal Cathar, and there actually is a card in this set called Brutal Cathar. Lambhold Harrier, it's a 2/2, pay 4. Target creature cannot block this turn. Outland Liberator, it's a 2/2. But then when it becomes a werewolf, it becomes a 3/3. Village Watch, it's a 4/3 with haste. When it's night, it's a 5/4 with haste. And your werewolves have haste. And then the rare is Florian Voldaren Scion, 3-mana 3/3 first strike. At the beginning of your post-combat main phase, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the total amount of life your opponents lost this turn. Exile 1, put the rest at the bottom. You may play the exile card this turn. So if it deals damage, you get to get a card off the top of the deck, but you have to play it this turn. Here's the pack.